The Caribbean Premier League is very important for future development. If we can get the development program, the youth development program on track, that will assist us or help us along a long way, to our future development. Because we need to get a lot of youngsters involved in cricket. T20 is one way of bringing them back into cricket. And I think this year, because we are more focused on the later games, it will be a lot better. You'll see a lot more youngsters, coming around the games. And that is very important. I learned from an early age playing in England that the more youngsters you have around the cricket is more likely that you will have great players down the future, because some of them come and they take in what they see. And West Indians are very good at watching and learning. So very important. When you're a youngster and you have a great player like Kevin Peterson sharing the dressing room, all you need is courage to go and ask questions. And that's a part of the drawback in our youngsters. They're too laid back. They will sit back and, just take things for granted. But it's always good to learn from the great players. And the little interaction I had with Kevin Peterson last year, shows that he's prepared to pass on as much knowledge as possible to the youngsters. And you will see a lot of youngsters gravitating towards Kevin Peterson and Ross Taylor. Because don't forget, Ross Taylor is also an international player of highly repute. He's a good T20 player. There's nothing a fast bowler hates than being hit back over his head for six. And, that you develop an aggression from that. And it will help you in the longer version. Because all fast bowler needs is to get angry. And once he gets angry, he tries to bowl as fast as he can. And, my advice to young fast bowlers coming in, at an early age, try and bowl as fast as you can, because pace, no one can teach you that. They can teach variation, they can teach you how to bowl in swing, out swing, Yorkers, but they can't teach you how to bowl fast. It has to come from within. And if you develop an aggressive attitude from an early age, you'll be able to sustain it later on in your career. And one of the reasons why I believe West Indians don't produce as much fast bowlers as they used to is that I find that youngsters are not prepared for the hard work that, fast bowling brings. It's very hard task to bowl fast. And some of the youngsters are not prepared for it. But once they prepare themselves, then they will be able to bowl fast. The Yorkers, I can see you bowl at any time. Youngsters are being restricted by the laws of cricket. And I've been watching cricket in the last couple of days. I watched England, and it seemed to me it's only when West Indians bowl fast and bowl short that it's a problem. I see Stuart Broad bowling at the New Zealanders, go around the wicket, bowling short at their body, but it's never a problem. It's only when West Indians and others bowl fast it's a problem, or not when the English bowl fast. It's not a problem. Fast bowlers must go into the net and commit themselves to try to bowl Yorkers. For Yorkers is not an easy ball to bowl. What I find is that the batsmen in the 70s and 80s were more prepared to deal with the short pitch bowling than the batsmen of today. Because then the batsmen had to develop technique in order to cope with short pitch bowling. Today, there's so much protection that the batsmen do not develop proper technique in which so that they can handle the short pitch bowling. They're not prepared for it today. India seemed to be producing some capable fast bowlers in the last couple of years. I think the first in the line of Indian fast bowlers was Srinath. I think Srinath was quick in any standards. I wouldn't say that he was genuinely fast, but he was quick. I think what I see of today is, what's his name? India didn't have any fast bowlers apart from Srinath in the 90s. Kapil Dev was medium pace, and all of the others were medium pace. Kapil Dev was a swing bowler of highly repute. He could swing the ball in and out. But as for pace, Srinath came on after I retired from cricket. But while I was playing, India had no genuine fast bowler. But it's good to see now that they're producing some genuine fast bowlers. And that comes to mind quickly is Yadav and Mohammed Shami. I think they're two very good fast bowlers. But especially Shami, they need to be a little more aggressive. You don't have to sledge to be aggressive. Well, injuries prevent a number of great fast bowlers from maintaining their pace. The first and the most famous one that comes to mind is Dennis Lillee. Dennis Lillee in the early 70s, 71, 72, was as fast as anybody who bowled. But once he got a back injury and he came back, he modified his action so that he won't get injured. But my theory is that you strengthen the parts of your body that needs to strengthen to prevent you from getting injured. And you could do that from an early age. I think sometimes is that we focus too much on shoulders instead of the core, your back, your waist, and your legs. I think for fast bowlers, those are the most important parts of your body, your back and your legs. If you get those strong and you have strong abdominals to compensate for that, you will be able to maintain your fitness as far as back problem is concerned. But you have to do a lot of work with that. And I don't think a man doesn't bowl fast because he has strong shoulders. He bowls fast because he has strong legs. Well, in this era, I think that majority of these guys would have to be hooking on a regular basis. Because with those heavy bats, it's very difficult for you to get it up there to hook. And it surprised me that not many fast bowlers try to bowl bouncers or short of a length ball into your body. Majority of fast bowlers today focus more on line and length and slow balls. If you check today the amount of slow balls that have been hit for six, it's amazing. But variety is not only for slowing up, quickening up. So if you can bowl at 95, then you bowl the majority of your deliveries at 85 or 88 or 90. But your change of pace will not be 80 or 75. Your change of pace will be up to 95, which a lot of people are not looking for. Most people are looking for the slow balls these days. But as far as the game has changed, it has always been a batsman's game. But more so in the last 10 or 15 years with the introduction of T20 cricket, is that people want to see more fours and sixes. But I think that they should be seeing more people fighting to save their wickets than to score in runs. Because cricket is a game between bat and ball and not just bat alone.